everybody, welcome to the MakeCode Arcade live stream. I'm Shannon, I'm at Shakao on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joe at JWondrel on the MakeCode forum.
And if Joey went, I guess that means I'm Richard at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
But if Joey didn't go, who would you be? I'm always Vivian.
Joey.
He might be Joey, actually. So
oh my gosh.
That'd be a
that
really
means
good
I would be
long
Richard at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
Of us just switched names this entire time, and I was actually Richard, Vivian was actually Shannon, and vice versa for the other two. That would have been a really good long con.
That would be the worst. We could not do that.
That would be lying.
We're all about honesty and animal facts on this stream.
Yep. And with that, let's go into the game for today. I didn't have an idea for today, so we are winging it. The two thoughts that I had ahead of time was one, Dabex LP, who is often in the chat, suggested a survival game. So it's like you have like a base and you go out for like 60 seconds and you collect stuff. And then you go back to your base at the end of 60 seconds and then like events happen and you see if you have enough stuff to like survive the events. And the other one from a pre-stream conversation was I like it when you have like a bunch of frogs on the on a log and they open up their mouths real big. I don't really know what the game here is. I just feel like that's like a good thing.
Frog.
How about like
orchestra.
Guitar Hero, but with the frogs on a log?
See, I feel like that's the natural game, but I don't want to do sound stuff. Because
You don't
I
want
don't
to do sound stuff, but it's singing frogs. Is what you're describing.
It is what I'm describing, but in like maybe it's like a different thing. Like there isn't a music component.
Maybe they're shooting lasers and they're not singing, right?
Okay, maybe
Frogs
they're...
do it.
Oh, sorry. Maybe each frog is a color, and it's a color mixing game. Except we're only limited to the amount of colors we have. It's not that hard.
For the survival games, right? What if it was, instead of survivals, you're a botanist. And one day a year, you have 60 seconds where these flowers bloom to go out and pick them. And then when you get back, you need to see if you won the state fair.
I like this. The thing I wanted about when you get back is I wanted there to be like a couple different random things that would correspond to it. So it's like you're trying to win the state fair, and if you have the right ones, you win the state fair, but also maybe you encountered a poison and you need to see if you have the antidote in the field.
Okay.
Or,
Then
like there's a couple...
You are a witch, all right? And you're trying to get the ingredients for your potions during this period, and then things are going to come up and you're going to have to use the brew a potion to deal with it. And you need to have the ingredients for those potions.
Yes, perfect.
But as all witches know, they must be picked under the light of a new moon. I guess the lack of light. No. It'll be a full moon, I guess. Under the light of a full moon.
Well, no. Well, new moon is also a thing, though. I'm pretty sure. It's also like a special time. Like, the dark plants come out.
Yeah, but I said light of the new moon, which is not a thing.
Yeah, anti-light.
Sucks
okay.
it up.
Cool. Oh man, experiencing a little bit of lag. That's probably fine. I should have plugged in Ethernet before this, but if it gets bad, I will do that, and there might be like a bit of a freeze. Cool. So I'm gonna start with a tile map and a witch, and I'm just gonna like put a bunch of stuff around the tile map, like spawn a bunch of random things, and it'll be a big one, I think. And we'll do the 60-second cycle of like get all your stuff, and if you're not back in your house, I think we'll need 2 tile maps. We'll need the house and the outside, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, we could for the outside. What if we did like different areas, and it's like mushrooms grow in this area, the cave area.
Ooh, yes, I love
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna start by adding the tile maps extension, which will make it a lot easier to switch between different tile maps. And it is
At the bottom.
in beta.
At the bottom.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
I'm used to it thinking of it as like green, but none of the pixels in the image are green.
I'm sure Daryl can fix that for us. We'll talk to him.
Oh boy. All right, cool. So this extension, I'm sure you guys have seen before. It just adds a bunch of useful tile map blocks to our toolbox. So cool, set current tile map. So I'm gonna set our current tile map to, let's see. I think I'm not gonna do the house yet. You're gonna start out like on top of like a house tile, and I'm just gonna do this 60-second loop. And then we're gonna, see how this goes. Trying to be, reasonable in our ambitions. Okay, and then I'm going to do I want a dirt tile, but I want it to be like spooky. So I'm just gonna scale all of these things. Cool. Oh no. And then let's see. Let's do like a cave entrance. And we'll do some like, I can just put stuff on the dirt. I don't really need spawn tiles.
Yeah.
Further
You
up.
just do on random locations, I guess.
Okay, cool. And then
Probably also want like a forest area.
yeah, I'm gonna do, okay, I'll start with maybe those two just to get the like navigation flow down. But we can always like add more areas as we go. There we go. That's a cave.
Looks like every cave I've ever seen.
Mhm. Cool. Oh, right, in the forest area, which is going to be denoted by like a bunch of, trees. There's a forest. I'll put some trees around it. Cool. All right. And then we need our witch character. Big hat.
Guys, I did
Right?
this just because I wanted to see Shannon draw a witch.
Oh, I'm not gonna spend. I think this game is pretty ambitious, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on the sprites.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I appreciate your catering to the things I like to draw. I don't really know what's going on here, but
It's a witch cyclops.
It's a witch.
It's Among Us witch.
I think the face is under the hat.
Okay, gotcha.
I like that.
All right. Or okay, here I got it. Doesn't have to be a person.
True.
There we go.
It's a witch dog.
Corgi.
Cool. Okay, and then
What
we're
drove
gonna
this corgi to the occult?
we're gonna move our witch with buttons, and we're gonna have the camera follow them. So, camera follow. Perfect. And then I'm going to spawn a random number of things. So I'm going to start this repeat block. We might need to swap it out for like something that has an index depending on what we do. But okay, so we're going to do anywhere between 10 and 20. Oh, you guys should draw me ingredients.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, the background is going to be purple.
And we would love suggestions in chat for which ingredients and what region they should be in.
Yeah, and they should be 16 by 16 at most.
I think I'm gonna draw a newt.
Oh, a newt is great. Okay, so then I'm just gonna do like some like grass looking stuff. I was like, you know, that's a witch ingredient. And we make a bunch of these, and I will put them on different tiles. So if we go into scene, we have this place on random tile, item, on top of random dirt tile. Cool. Oh, I need to make a home base also. All right. Tile for witch hut. I should have chicken legs. Your house should have chicken legs and it should move around when you're not. Okay, we're not going to do that today. That's definitely not happening. But cool.
What's that thing that monarch butterflies like to eat?
People?
It's like milk something.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
I can't remember.
Is it milkweed?
Is it milkweed?
I think it's milkweed.
Okay, I'll make that.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so you're gonna start out on top of your house. And house is safe zone. So when you overlap the house, you'll be, if you are overlapping the house when the cycle ends, then you're safe. Otherwise, you're caught, and it's probably not game over. Probably like all your ingredients go bad or something. But we'll figure it out. So we have place. So you move your witch, and then we're gonna place the witch on top of a random house tile. Perfect.
I think the
Oh,
house
you can
is
see.
like an entity, and then like the witch just calls it house.
Hmm?
Like, it's nice to see you, house.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yes. I think the house should be like sort of like perambulatory. Set. All right, and then I want the witch
What
to
does
appear on top.
perambulatory mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
oh.
I'm asking for a friend.
Oh, just that it moves around. It should be, you know, like a witch's house.
okay.
But just like a little bit magic. So then, let's see. When you overlap, so I'm going to add now Vivian's favorite extension, arcade sprite data. And I don't want all of these ingredients to be different kinds. I want them all to be of kind ingredient, but I'm going to save like a name or something on them just so that you know what you have. So we know how much of each item you have, basically. So on this item sprite, we're going to set item data name to grass. This is not going to be a real item, but. And then when the witch overlaps the item, we're going to pick it up and we're going to put it in your inventory. So now you have one of these. So when a witch overlaps with an ingredient, we will first destroy the ingredient. Easy. And then I guess, so what I need is like a map of ingredient names. I don't, okay, this is going to be a bunch of parallel arrays. I'm not going to bring in the block object extension yet. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or should I commit early?
I mean, it's up to you, but I feel like we do often get down the rabbit hole of parallel arrays and then climb back up out of the rabbit hole, parallel arrays, you know?
After you get to two, more than two, which is very easy to get to more than it, you start to regret it very quickly.
Yeah. All right. It is
It's not
already
that
more than
cost to
two.
block objects.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cool. So another extension, which I think is not approved yet, or not like officially listed. Ricknull slash.
Actually, it's
Block
Microsoft slash. I just haven't added it to the list.
Slash block object.
I think it's arcade block objects.
Arcade block. Yes. Cool. And
Red
so.
box troll.
So this just adds these block objects, which can be, you know, any number of properties. So I'm going to make each ingredient an object. All right, create empty object, and then the object can have a bunch of properties on it. Cool. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an array of objects and then another array of the count, because I want those to be separate, like the inventory count. I don't want that actually like in the object, and then I can store the index on here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna make ingredients. This is gonna be our ingredients, and I'm gonna do another one. Oh no, that is ingredient counts. Variable. Cool. So, and I'm going to need, I think just a function that is make ingredient. Ingredient. Cool. So I'm going to make an empty block object, and then I'm going to return that object in this function. And in between, I'm going to set like a name and an image on it, I think. So set string and image. Set image. And this is going to be object, and this is going to be object. Cool. Oh, shoot, yeah. And then I actually want to edit the function to take in a string for the name and an image for the picture. So we're going to set the name, we're going to set the image, we are going to call this function just directly in the array. So I'm going to make an ingredient that is grass and has this image. And then here we'll just like pick one randomly from the array, but it's only one thing right now, so that doesn't really matter. Cool. And the other thing I'm going to do is instead of storing the name, I'm going to store the index of this ingredient on it. So item ingredient to number. All right. And we have find index of. Perfect. Okay. I guess I will just pull it randomly here. random ingredient. All right, so I'm going to pull a random ingredient from our ingredients array, which is get random value from ingredients. I'm going to save the index of this ingredient. So we got the index, and then I'm also going to use the image. So we're going to grab the random ingredient image, which we called image. Cool. Okay. So let's run this. Yep. Oh no. Okay. Cool. So I'm getting these ingredients, I'm destroying them, and then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to increase our count. So we have this index stored as ingredient. So I'm going to set value. So I'm going to take our ingredients count, and I'm going to increase the value by 1. So +1. And the specific value I'm going to increase is whatever the index of this ingredient is, right? So we want to see how many of these we have. So that is saved on this sprite. So sprite data. This is our ingredient sprite. Ingredient as number. All right. So basically, do we have change by? No. Yeah. So I'm setting the value at our ingredient number, our ingredient index, to the current value +1. And then I'm going to have the sprite say it. The which sprite say it, just so we know that we are like increasing this number correctly. All right. Nope. Let's see. Ingredient counts, set value at ingredient, the list, get value at ingredient +1. Oh, I don't want to be reading this. I actually want to be reading the value in the array. So, cool. Let's try again. Great. Okay. Ingredient counts, get value at to list. I'm gonna say it before we. I guess let me see if we're even finding this correctly. Find index of random ingredient. Okay, so all right, so this should be correct. It should be saving 0 onto the ingredient here. When you overlap with an ingredient, we're going to set the value of the ingredient count, value at 0, to, and then we're getting the value at 0 +1. and that is a plus.
Is it called
Is it
list?
plus?
Oh, no, it's not called list.
Oh.
Thanks, Vivian.
Yay! Richard!
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Richard. Yeah.
Star.
Okay, 1, 2, perfect. So now we have our really, really basic inventory system. We have a bunch of different items, and you can get more of them. So let me start this countdown. We have info, we have start countdown. And I'm just going to put it here for now. Do I want it in a function? Maybe, yeah. Start moon phase. Done. And that will start a countdown of 60 seconds. And we're just going to call it at the bottom of onStart for now, but we'll maybe put that in something else later. So by default, when the countdown ends, the game also ends. But we actually allow you to overwrite this. So I like this block a lot. We don't use it very often, but we have this on countdown end, which means you can use the countdown to do things that aren't ending the game. So inside this on countdown end, I'm going to check if right now I'm just going to check if you're overlapping the house. So let's do if true. Otherwise, I don't know, we'll have the sprite say something. Actually, for now, maybe I'll just do game over end. For simplicity's sake. Game over lose. And then inside scene, nope. Inside tile maps? Yes, perfect. So I can check that the tile that I am standing on top of, so that is location of the witch, is the house tile. And then we'll just have the witch say something. Did. All right, and then I'm going to set this to a very short amount of time for testing, 5 seconds. Okay. And time lapses. Game over. However, the house, and I wait. Cool, perfect. All right, so there's our basic timer loop. And I'm going to disable this moon phase thing for now, just because we're not doing the time stuff. I'm going to start hooking up our different tile maps. So, center camera, no. We have our doors, there we go, okay. All right, so I'm going to make some more tile maps. Map. And this one's going to be a cave tile map. And forest map. All right. So, and I'll make both of these shorter than they are. And what is cave? Dungeon? Cool. And then I'll put some rocks in here too. that's a cave. And, oh, fascinating. Right, because I duplicated it. Since these are named assets, they both have the same name. So I actually need to drag out a new tile map block. And this, nope, 16 by 10. All right, and this is going to be the forest one. And I'm going to use this darker grass color because it's a, it's a spooky forest. And I'll put some bushes in. Probably. I think we have, oh yeah, dark bushes. Perfect. Cool. Spooky forest. All right. And then I'm going to connect the current tile map, which I also need to save. Home map. Cool. Okay, so I'm connecting our home base to the cave by cave entrance, all right? And then I'm going to connect the home to the forest by forest entrance. Awesome. And then when the witch overlaps, sprite of kind player overlaps the cave entrance, we're going to load the cave map. So load tile map connected by cave entrance. I guess I really didn't need to do these connection things. I could have just loaded it, but that's okay. And then if you do the forest, we're going to do the forest entrance one. All right, cool. So now we should be able to go places. Boom. Cool. So I'm going to do a spawn tile, which is going to be like, like the entrance you came from, like a doorway. Done. And then I'll have the same thing here. And I'm just going to place the witch sprite on top of it. And move it down by 16 so it's not directly overlapping. Okay, awesome. And then when you overlap, again, I'm going to here to go home. All right. When sprite of kind player overlaps the home doorway, I'm going to set the current tile map to home map. Okay, Okay, I might need different doors because you have to, yeah. You should be placed back on the door that you went through. So I'll make a different door for the cave. Cave door. All right. So this is the forest one, which means I'll place the sprite on top of the forest entrance and move them down by 16. So it'll be like you just left the forest. On top of forest. And then when you exit the cave, we'll do the same thing, but for the cave. So this one's the cave entrance. Put you on the other cave entrance and change the position by 16. All right. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, so in the cave, you should be placed on top of the cave door instead of the other door. Cool. Awesome. All right. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to encourage you to enter these coming from the, well, here. I'll encourage you to exit them from the bottom up, just to reduce like the amount of flickering back and forth. So so there's some stuff you can do. I think Richard has several streams on stuff you can do to make it like seamlessly transition between doorways in a tile map. The thing I'm gonna do is put walls all around this door so you can't come at it from a direction I don't want you to come at it from.
That's usually what I do. You know, you just put it where there's like
other way.
There's a lot of echo.
It happens when Shannon talks for a long time by herself without us talking. So we just gotta power through.
We just gotta power through it. All right, it's gonna echo for a little bit.
Okay.
So you got to and it's gone. You just got to put stuff around it so you can only enter it from the right direction, and then you kind of just move them off the spot. Mm-hmm. Or when you in the on tile map loaded event, you check which tile map is loaded, and then you move them based on which tile map is loaded.
To the store, and then you come down from it. Only enter it from the up direction. So, and then, but Richard, you also do a thing where you like check to see if they've first left the tile.
Oh yeah, that's more complicated. It's easier just to move them off.
This. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make our witch sprite a tiny bit smaller. This is very hard because this sprite is not really filling up all of the space. So we're gonna be 15 by 15, and that'll just make it a little easier to go through these doorways. Cool. Okay, so we have the ability to get stuff. We have a timer, and we have these different terrains to go in and out. Some small things I want to do is I'm going to change the background color when you load in and out of these different maps. So the background color for our home map is these two. Is like a light purple, and then for the cave it should be dark purple, and for the forest it should be teal. So dark purple and teal. all these rocks have the right background color behind them. And then I'm gonna need to do some ingredient creation and cleanup between the maps. Which is gonna be interesting, because they're all random right now. So I think maybe the thing I'm just going to do is I'm going to destroy them all and create them all again, which will make things a little broken if you like rapidly cycle between maps. You'll be able to sort of spawn new ingredients, but we do have that time limit on the other end. So really the restriction is like how much stuff you can get in the time and still successfully make it back home. Cool. So tile maps. On tile map loaded and on tile map unloaded. Great. So anytime a tile map is unloaded, I want to go through and I want to destroy all sprites of a kind, which this tile maps extension has an easy block for. So I'm going to destroy all ingredients. All right, so let me see if I can make this happen. So we have these grasses go into this tile map here, that go into the cave. No more grass. And then I need to create, okay. So I'm gonna make a function, make ingredients. Okay, so we have this array, this, and I'm going to add a thing to this function that is terrain. Edit function. So basically, I only want certain ingredients to show up in certain terrains. So I'm going to save what terrain an ingredient belongs to. It's only going to be one for now. We're not going to do multiple. Cool. And this is going to be home, so it's going to be, or I don't know, default. It'll be default, cave, and forest. And the scatter ingredients is also going to take in a string that is terrain. Done. And then when you load the tile map, I'm going to call scatter ingredients, and for now I'm just going to call it on default. So this is maybe slightly non-optimal. I'm just going to keep pulling random ingredients until I get one that matches the terrain. So I'm going to check to see that the terrain stored in this ingredient equals the terrain that we are in. So it'll be a string, it'll be get property, and then I need this equals while the random ingredient get string terrain equals terrain. Or it does not equal, sorry. Cool. So just keep going until you get the correct one and then make it and add it. Oh, and I'm going to need to take an image that is the tile to add it to. Done. Cool. All right, so then in here, I'm going to check which map we're in and do like a scatter for all three. So I'll have an else, and I'll have an else if. And I'm just going to check to see if the tile map equals our cave map. Otherwise, if it equals forest map. Forest map. Awesome. And for cave map, it'll be get all cave ingredients, scatter it on the cave dirt floor. Otherwise, it'll be forest, and we're going on to grass. Okay, do I have ingredients?
You have lots.
Yes.
Oh, lots.
Many.
Okay, perfect. All right, let me see. Okay. Oh gosh, everything is slow. Oh my gosh, so many. Okay, cool. You guys should have told me.
No, Shannon, you're on a roll. Look at all you've done.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's from Joey. I'm not doing grass anymore. Joey, what terrain does this go on?
I didn't really think about where chili peppers come from. Just kind of.
What
They're
are
like,
our
every-
options?
be like in the dirt, you know?
Dirt.
Yeah.
They probably come from the dirt.
They grow in dirt.
That makes sense to me.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this a couple times so I can very quickly paste things in.
What
Do
are
we still have the
terrain?
problems where we need to drag in the new image block each time? Probably.
No. Oh, do we? These are not named.
Oh.
But
I'm not sure. I remember if that was an issue for unnamed. Let's see. Okay. We'll see.
Should be fine. Sorry, we got the images anyway.
yeah. These are cobwebs, which are a great ingredient. And I'm putting this one in cave. These are by Joey, also.
Yes. Cobwebs can go in caves.
Cool. From Vivian, we have Moon Dew.
Moondew.
What is Moondew a thing?
It's like dew that's been charged up by the moon.
Nice.
Vivian, is this one default or forest or cave?
Maybe default. I feel like the other two don't have much like moon exposure.
This one's from Richard. It's a newt. Love the newt. Okay. Where does the newt go? I will say the newt is the same color as the cave background.
Yes. You can go in the forest then, I guess.
We can shift around the background stuff. Okay, this one's from Joey. Wishbone.
Gotta be cave. Things get eaten in caves. Bones
Cave?
get left behind.
Cave bone. Cool. This one's from Richard. Toadstool. It's a toadstool.
It's a toad's stool.
Toad's stool.
I wasn't sure when you put that in there whether you intended to be toadstool, and so I'm very happy that that was the intention.
So it goes in cave. Okay, let's keep going. All right. This is from Vivian, and it is Nightshade. Oh, awesome.
Is it from?
That's from Richard.
What? Oh, sorry. Yes, that is from Richard. Where does the Nightshade go?
Forest, I guess, or default. Either one.
Cool. And we have, is this from people in the chat?
Yeah, we set up a kind of convoluted system to get chat submissions, but it's Davic's
It's not that
mushroom.
convoluted. It's just a foremost.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, I am putting this mushroom in the cave because we need some cave mushrooms. Oh no, we have the other mushrooms are also in the cave. Yes.
Caves are a
mushrooms,
good
I
home
think.
for mushrooms.
Yeah. All right. And then we have. This is.
Oh.
Yeah, that one wouldn't paste for me.
Oh, shit.
Some weird
okay.
happened, Vivian,
I'll
with how you
skip it
put
for
that
now.
in.
I'll fix it.
Here is another kind of mushroom from Thomas. First mushroom was from Davix. Second one is from Thomas S.
You can make that one Amarita.
Ooh, I think it's Amanita.
Amanita, you're right.
Mushroom. Beautiful.
Is that a type of mushroom?
A will-o-wisp. This goes in the forest, right, Richard?
Oh,
Yeah, of course. You didn't change the name.
Ah, yes. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Man, I sure hope all this ingredient loading code that I did not test at all works the first time. Okay. And this one is also from Richard. And it is it's a dancing daikon. Where does this one go, Richard?
It's a good question. I feel like he would be dancing in the moonlight, so let's do default.
One in a while.
That was for Vivian.
Thank you, Richard.
Alright. This is lavender in a bag from Joey.
yeah.
Nice.
Like a sachet, I don't really know what you call it, but lavender bag.
Forest default?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. And this from Vivian.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's a floating almond. That seems
You
magical.
can't deny it's not magical. It's got strange properties.
Where does this one live?
Either maybe just in default, but also could be forest. I just maybe wherever we need ingredients.
Okay, I'll put it in default. I think we need. All right. And then this last one is the one from Davix, which is an eyeball. And I'm putting this one in the cave, I think.
Yeah.
Because, caves.
Spooky things can go in caves. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Cave, forest, cave. Okay. Let me look around and see if this, random generation. Ooh. Oh, right. I haven't done my array yet. That's fine. Cool. Okay. It's not the most efficient code, but it sure is there.
Not a number.
Oh boy. I can't tell if this is being slow because of a bad thing I did or because of just sharing. Cool. Okay. This looks pretty good to me. So the other thing I need to do is I need to set the ingredient counts to an array of zeros, and I'm going to do that in a smarter way, which is I'm going to do a loop. So for each element in the ingredients list, I'm just going to add a 0 to this ingredient counts. So we have arrays and we have set ingredient counts, and then if I go into math, I can get a straight number block. Cool. Okay.
So for the record, I was referencing the song "Dancing in the Moonlight," which does not involve daikons. But
until today.
Okay, let me grab another daikon. Oh, here's another pepper. Yes, second pepper. First floating almond. Third pepper. Third daikon. Cool. And then in the last 5 minutes, I'm gonna very quickly just do like a win, lose, or like a judging thing. So
we gotta come back to this game. I want to do the ones where you have like events that you come up against, and then you have to do a potion to match the event.
Yeah, I do want you to be able to use them. But okay, but just for now, I'm going to like have something so you collect some stuff, and then you get to the end, and it like tells you if you did a good job, if you won the state fair or not. Tile map loaded, tile map unloaded. Here's our start moon cycle. Okay, so let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm going to just pick one random ingredient, and if you have it, you win the game.
Awesome.
So, random ingredient 2, get random value from ingredient counts.
So you got a question in the chat. When you code in blocks, is it important how you arrange them or no? It is not important. The only thing that might happen is that if you have 2 blocks that are kind of the same event, then one will get disabled. And so if you move them around, maybe a different one will get disabled. But usually it doesn't matter.
Wait, isn't there sometimes like a weird bugs situation where we're like, oh, if we move this higher to the left, then things will compile fine?
That's usually generics and weird stuff, or like something getting the wrong type inference, which is not something anybody in blocks should worry about, and it's just a bug on our end.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm picking a random ingredient, and I'm finding the index of it, and then I'm gonna just check to see if you have that in your counts. And I've 3 minutes left. I'm not gonna say anything. We'll come back to this one. We'll do some other stuff, and it'll be good. Greater than 0.
I feel like Shannon's always very committed to making her games. It's very inspirational.
Yeah, I don't know why you would be so hung up about doing games on this game live stream.
The rest of us just do whatever.
The rest of you guys also do games.
My games are rarely complete games. There's more of the energy of a game.
What are you talking about, Vivian? Your games are all amazing.
Is there a win-lose condition for the ants? I think you just watch them. But Shannon's always like, win.
The win-lose condition is the joy in my heart. Ingredient counts. Get value at... Okay, so I think this code all works in theory. I'm not gonna run through it just because I don't have anything to like know if I'm getting the right ingredient or not. But you know, we'll share this game on the forums, and it will be an exercise for you guys to attempt to win it.
Yeah.
If you get
We'll leave this proof as an exercise to the viewer. This is perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're writing a textbook.
Also, just to follow up on the block thing, so Unsigned Arduino is right. Depending on how you order them, the code might be different, but usually it should work the same. And if it doesn't, let us know, because that's a bug we should fix.
All right, so I'm just gonna try and get sometimes they spawn on the same tile. That's okay. You know.
There's a witch.
But yeah. Okay, so we got all of these. Forest. Oh my gosh, the forest is so far away.
You got plenty of time.
Right. I think that was most things.
I think you got everything.
Hope so. All right, I'm gonna go stand in the house now. Let's see. I got many of them.
So who else has Dancing in the Moonlight stuck in their head?
Me.
Oh, this song. All right, cool. So, you know, whatever random ingredient it was, we got it, probably. Cool. And we'll have better UI and like actual like potions and stuff whenever we cycle back to this game. But thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm Shannon. I'm at Shakao on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Joey at JWonderl on the MakeCode forums.
And Richard. I'm at Richard on the MakeCode forums.
I don't like it when you say Anne, Richard, because I'm the one who gets to say Anne. So I plus Vivian at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forums.
See you guys next time.